Okay, I'm ready to go when you are.
All right, Don, you there? I can't hear him.
Try again, Don.
Hey, I'm here, Rick.
All right.
All right. Let's go in about 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello, everybody. This is Rick Mertell here with Synergy Financial Partners, V.E.T.S, Veteran Entrepreneur Training System. We're just a little bit about us. Synergy Financial Partners is a financial services education and marketing company. And we started a program earlier this year called V.E.T.S, Veteran Entrepreneur Training System. And what we're doing is we're trying to find veterans that are transitioning from the military looking for something to do. And we're going to help them build a business within Synergy Financial Partners framework of their own so they can be in business for themselves, but not by themselves. So, basically we're looking for, veterans. We found that veterans have a lot of the skills already in place that we're looking for in people. Teamwork, integrity, communications, planning, flexibility, problem solving. The CEO and founder of our company is an Air Force vet, and the president of our company, who's with me here today, Don Rice, is a Navy veteran. So we know that they definitely show those skills, and we're looking for other people that have those already in place so that we can utilize them and help them to build their businesses with us. So really, if you're interested, if you're a veteran and you're looking to build a business, there's so many different options out there, different things to do, but a lot of them are very difficult as far as entry level. So we're looking for people that want to start from the ground floor, and we can train them every step of the way. So in this industry, $50 billion is paid out to all the people in this industry. So it's one of the top paying industries there is. So we're looking for people that want to do something of that sort. So today, or as we've gone through this podcast, we've done 20 or so podcasts, and we've shown different things that we do for people. We've kind of talked about the system a little bit that we use. And today we're going to circle back, and we're going to talk about one of the things that I'm most passionate about that we do, and that's tax-free retirement. So Scott, if you could pull up a video, that first video I sent you, start off with that.
There are three kinds of people. The guy who doesn't think about or plan for retirement, you don't want to be that guy. The gambler type who feels the only way to grow her money is to risk losing it all in the stock market, and the play it safe type who shudders at the thought of losing a single penny of his savings, even if it means sacrificing any opportunity for that money to grow. For years, retirement planning has been vastly limited to choices that fall on one side of the scale or the other. And so, money-savvy people tend to invest in 2, 3, 14, 50 different products in an attempt to balance the scale. But what if there was a way to capture the upside potential of a risky product and the downside protection of a secure product all in one solution? Well, hold on to your potatoes. Let's talk about IUL. Indexed Universal Life can harness the best parts of both sides of the financial seesaw. IUL is a form of permanent life insurance that, whoa, hang on. Life insurance has changed in the last 20 years. You know it as something that just pays out when you die. But these days, life insurance can actually be one of the most powerful wealth accumulating vehicles on the market. One huge benefit of IUL is the ability to harness the power of compound interest to potentially generate large amounts of non-taxable cash value within the policy. This cash value can be accessed later in life to fund a happy, healthy, non-taxable retirement. Your IUL's performance directly reflects the performance of the stock market index while implementing a 0% floor and a market cap, usually around 10%. So your cash value participates in the growth of the market up to the cap and sits safely on the sidelines when the market goes down. You forego some of the upside to alleviate all of the downside. So zero is your hero. With IUL, you won't spend a single day of your accrual making up for losses. Pretty cool, right? Well, it gets better. When designed properly, IUL can serve as a retirement vehicle based on a financial chassis of life insurance protection. And because of IRS tax code exemptions for life insurance, your cash value can create a tax-advantaged way to generate more income in retirement. That's something your 401k or IRA simply can't offer. So what might an IUL look like for you? Let's talk specifics. Larry here is in decent health, a non-smoker, and contributes $500 a month to his IUL starting at age 35. This contribution is conservatively projected to generate $500,000 of cash value by the time Larry retires at age 65. If he chooses to, Larry can turn on a non-taxable income stream from his IUL, giving him $60,000 of income per year to supplement his retirement. And the longer he waits to access this money, the larger it can grow. That death benefit is even accessible when Larry's still living if he suffers a critical, chronic, or terminal illness. So if Larry gets sick, he's covered. If he dies unexpectedly, his family is covered. And if neither of those things happen, the money Larry's paid into his IUL over the years can fund a happy, healthy, tax-advantaged retirement. Assuming Larry lives to age 90, he will have contributed a total of $186,000 into his IUL, drawn out $1.5 million in non-taxable retirement income, and still leave behind a very sizable tax-free death benefit for his heirs. The person who shared this video with you can show you what an IUL might look like for you given your specific age, health, contribution level, and retirement plans. Contact them today to get the specific numbers and see if IUL is a fit for you.
Go ahead.
Hey, Don?
Hey, I can hear you now.
Okay, good. All right, sweet. So we're going to talk a little bit about tax-free retirement today. How's the weather down there in Atlanta, Don?
Doing fine down here. A little chilly. That's why, since it's already getting down in the 40s and 50s down here, I was worried about next week when I come up there.
That'll be exciting. Yeah, we're going to probably hit the 30s, maybe a little chillier. Might want to bring a coat.
Yeah, and then my next trip up there will be in January, so I'm really worried about that one.
Yeah, then we can make snowmen, It'll be fun. But yeah, I'm excited about next week coming up. So we'll have another live event, Wealth 101. Don's coming up here for that. And we'll give you the details about that here in a little bit. But just like to Don kind of take over and talk a little bit about the tax-free retirement, one of the big things that we do for people.
Okay, yeah, perfect. And again, just as a recap, in the veteran entrepreneurship training system, we're just trying to give you a way to transition away from the military, build your business in financial services as a either an insurance agent or a financial advisor, a financial planner, financial consultant, financial educator. There's lots of niches you can do here at Synergy Financial, depending on how far you want to take your business. And so part of what we're doing here is just not only showing you how to build that business, which we've been doing over the last few weeks, is also showing you the different products and how you're actually able to help your clients. So we show you living benefit policies, which everybody needs, tax-free retirement, which should be the foundation of any good financial plan as far as the retirement side goes, things like that. So when you're looking at retirement, one of the rules of thumb that a financial planner will go by is to make sure that you have your age as a percentage of 100 in what are called secure retirement accounts. These are accounts that do not lose money. They're guaranteed against losses. So you have a certain amount of growth, and we have some very good growth products out there. But we want to make sure that you're in something that cannot take a loss. So some of our best and no loss programs out there, when we run numbers for you, we're going to run them in the 5% range just to be very conservative. But our long-term 35-year averages with these products are around 8%. So 8% is a pretty good return over the long haul when you're not worried about losing money. So we're going to talk about tax-free retirement today, and it'll give us a way to do that. So again, just getting back to that percentage, if you were 50 years old, you would want to make sure that you have at least 50% of your retirement assets in some sort of secure type of account that's earning you a good interest rate while protecting your money. When you're 70, you should have 70%. And there's no rule that says if you're 30 or 40 years old, you can't protect half of your money or 70% of your money. It's just by rule of thumb, you should have at least that much by the time you get to that age. You can be as conservative as you want, as early as you want to. So with that, let's talk a little bit about tax-free retirement. All right, so tax-free retirement, we build those with different types of policies, whether they are permanent retirement insurance contracts, which are built on life policies. If you're fairly healthy, then we're going to build it that way, because if you ever wondered why granddad got a check his whole life and then grandma got a check in those pension style plans, because typically with a pension, a business would put in place something, either a life insurance policy or an annuity for you, and then they would help pay for that. Now you can do personal pensions, which means you're paying for these things yourself, but that's fine because it's still yours. It's just the same thing. If they were taking money out of your check and putting it into there, you could actually be doing that yourself once you get paid. The nice thing about being paid, which means taxes have already came out of the money, is on top of that, you get tax-free income down the road, because taxes were taken out before you put that money into your plan, into your personal pension plan. So with tax-free retirement, what actually happens? You're putting money into a policy. That policy is protected by a death benefit. That death benefit will pay out, whether it's paying out early due to, heaven forbid you were to pass away before you're ready to retire, it pay out to your family. So that's an asset that's going to go to your family one day. That's called self-completion. You start putting money in, and a month later, heaven forbid something happened, whatever that death benefit is protecting that retirement plan would pay out to the family, whether that's $500,000, $1 million, whatever that policy looked like, that would pay out immediately. So that's self-completion. But now if you make it all the way to retirement, which we're hoping everybody does, then you're going to be able to start taking that retirement stream. So you'll get whatever it's built up to. So let's say we build one of these policies that's going to pay you $50,000 for the rest of your life. Okay, so you'll start receiving those checks a little over $4,000 a month if that's what you want to do. You can take it quarterly or you can take it annually. Okay, so once you start pulling that money out, you'll start getting that money for the rest of your life. And then when you do pass away, whatever's left over on the life insurance side will still pay out to your family tax-free. So all of your payments that you were taking during retirement would be tax-free. And then the final payment out to the family in the end would be tax-free as well. So it's a good estate planning play for your heirs. Also keep in mind, unlike an IRA or a 401k, where when you start taking money out, that's going to be a distribution, meaning that's going to count 100% as income if you were to do that. So it's going to lower the amount of Social Security that you get, because that's going to be means tested. If you're making too much money, they're going to drop your Social Security down. And it's going to raise the price of your different Medicare supplements and things like that, because again, they're means tested. If you're making a lot of money, you're going to pay a little bit more for that. With a tax-free retirement plan, those are not counted as income. So you'll have on your tax return, you're going to have income that's non-taxable income, and that's where that money would go. So it does not count as regular income. You're not taxed on it. So you still, no matter how much you're pulling out of that policy, you're going to get your full Social Security check. You're going to get your best rates for your Medicare. Okay, so it's not going to hurt the means testing on those things. So anything you would qualify, that where they look at once you retire, what are you worth? What are you getting? How much money are you making? These types of policies will not hurt you in that arena. You'll still get all the different things that you'd be able to get in the past. So that's another great way to use a tax-free retirement plan. And you got to remember, you were always supposed to have what was called the three-legged stool. You were supposed to have Social Security. You were supposed to have a pension from work, and then you were supposed to have some sort of supplement, an IRA, a 401k, something like that. Now, most people think that the 401k is the end-all, be-all. It is the retirement plan, and that's just not the case. It didn't come around until 1980. Before 1980, everybody had pensions. After 1980, you start seeing the pensions go down, and everybody start getting into 401ks. So there's reasons for that. If you're on one of our Wealth 101s, or if you come out to our wealth seminar next week, you're going to learn all the reasons why things work the way they do, because in those seminars we teach how money works and why different retirement systems work the way they do and all that type of stuff, and how you can take advantage of different things and make a lot more money with your money. So when you're dealing with that, you got to understand that you can still do a pension on your own. Just because things have changed and your employer's not doing it for you anymore doesn't mean you can't have one. So we can definitely help you build that out, and you will be helping your clients learn these different concepts, and you'll be able to help them set up tax-free retirement plans as well. So there's a lot of really, really good benefits in having tax-free retirement as part of what you are going to have in retirement. And you got to keep in mind too, if you're in a tax-deferred account, say a 401k or an IRA, what that means is on average, you're going to save about $2,000 a year on your taxes because you're in that deferred account. So you're saving $2,000 a year while you're working and able to pay. So think about that. You're saving that money while you're working and able to pay. You think that's a great deal. But then your money grows and grows and grows and grows and grows over time, and then you retire. Then what happens? That's the part that most people are never going to talk to you about. You're going to end up paying more than 10 times the amount you'd be paying now in taxes once you retire. And I know they're going to tell you, no, you're going to pay less in taxes, your tax rates will be less. It's all nonsense. We're in the worst, the national debt is getting worse and worse and worse as we go along. So where do you think taxes are going to be in the future? All right, right now people make you think that you're paying a lot in taxes, but you're not. You're at the third all-time low tax rates in history. After World War II, the top tax rates were over 90%. Right now, most people are paying 12 to 22%, depending on how much money you make. So your tax rates are pretty low right now. Why in the world would you not want to pay taxes at 12 to 22%, especially when you have politicians that are always talking about raising your taxes to 50, 60, 80% is what some of them are talking about now. You're going to save your whole life, and then when you retire, they're going to take 80% of your retirement just because. Okay? That's why you need to be in a tax-free retirement plan. Roths are tax-free, but they do go up and down. You can lose money in a Roth, and you can't put enough money in a Roth to truly build a big retirement. Again, it's a retirement supplement. A retirement supplement lasts until it runs out of money. A retirement plan lasts the rest of your life. So you want to make sure that you do have a retirement plan, and then you can add all the supplements you want. And we can even help you with that. We do all that stuff as well. We're not saying you shouldn't have a 401k. We're saying you should put up to the match in your 401k and then build your own pension and do some other things, a tax-free Roth and some other stuff like that. Once those are all overfunded, then go back and overfund that 401k. But only do up to the match while you're building other stuff. You need a nest egg type of account that's always going to be there, and that's what that tax-free retirement account is. So again, just want to reiterate everything that we're doing here and trying to teach everybody about different aspects of finance, different aspects of money, benefits, all the types of stuff we do, and how you have the ability to join us to learn these different concepts and then to bring that out to your community, people that you care about, and start building your business by helping others, put them in a better financial position. That's what we're trying to teach you how to do. So again, whether that's tax-free retirement, whether it's a secure retirement plan, whether it's good financial plans, whether it's living benefit life insurance, all types of stuff that we can help families with. We want to help teach you how to do that as well. And it does all start with you coming out and meeting with us at a Wealth 101. We're going to do that next Wednesday night. Rick will give you more information on that. But I do hope that I see a lot of you out there and can answer any questions that you might have. All right. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to you, Rick.
All right. Thanks, Don. Appreciate it. Yeah. So next Wednesday, we're having a Wealth 101. It's going to be, the address is 77 Boone Hills Drive, St. Peters, Missouri, 63376. So that's at St. Peter's Library. It's 77 Boone Hills Drive, St. Peters, Missouri, 63376. And we're going to start at about 6:30 and typically lasts about an hour. A lot of great information. You kind of get an overview of the things that we teach people, about the taxes and how you can earn extra money and how you can, not pay excessive taxes. We can't avoid paying taxes because you got to do that. But we want to keep it as low as we possibly can, and how we pass that money on, build wealth, pass that wealth on, to your families, build a legacy. So that Once again, just one more time, 77 Boone Hills Drive, St. Peter's Library in St. Peter's, Missouri. So you see it up on the screen now. So we're going to have the Wealth 101. Hope to see everybody out there. It's the day before Veterans Day, so what a perfect time to come out and meet us and share what we do, and hopefully we can help some of you guys and women to build businesses. That's kind of our plan. So please reach out to us via our emails. My phone number's up there. You can check my website out. We got one little short video, just kind of cap it off today, that I'm going to have Scott pull up here in just a second, but it's just another testimonial. We've played it before, but it's one of Don's clients, and they're kind of like a great example of the versatility of the IUL that we just spoke about. There's, the tax-free retirement piece, the living benefits piece, and then, of course, the death benefit. So we're just going to play that video to end it today. But look forward to seeing as many of you as we can next week. Feel free, reach out. I'll give you all the information again. It'll be on my Facebook page. We have a Facebook event set up on Team Synergy. That's my Facebook business page, and invite your friends. If you're a veteran, come. If you know one, send them. If you're not, come anyway. So everybody have a great weekend. Scott, pull up that video, please.
My name is Shannon Hay, and this is my living benefits story. Kevin and I met when he was in chiropractic school. Literally, it was from day one. We fell in love, and we've been together every day since. We just enjoyed each other's company, and we were best friends. We have 6 kids: Chrislyn, Caitlin, Cameron, Shaylin, Caden, and Ashlyn, and we live on beautiful 12 acres in White County.
My name is Don Rice. I'm from Canton, Georgia. I work with Synergy Financial Partners as a financial advisor. And what we do at Synergy Financial is we teach people how money works and also the power of living benefits.
We originally met Don Rice. He was a patient at our chiropractic office, a portable chiropractor in Woodstock, Georgia. Kevin was a friend to all of his patients, so they quickly became friends.
It just turned into where we would just, help each other. Anytime I was in pain, he would help me, and anytime he was in financial pain, he would give me a call, and we just worked together from there. You couldn't have known a better person.
So Kevin's office, he ran by himself. He had no receptionist. He had no CA, chiropractic assistant, nobody. It was just him. People would come in, they sign in, they go to a table. When that table becomes available, the next person goes in. The practice grew so fast. We got to where we were seeing 300 or 400 or 500 patients a week. He was seeing about 100 people a day.
With him really running everything, if something were to happen to him, his business would be gone. As a small business owner, he didn't really have anything in place for himself as far as retirement. He was just building his business and planning on retiring that way. We went through all the benefits of the IUL, the loan provision, which allows you access to accumulated value. You have living benefits, and then you also have the death benefit that all of them would have at the end. Little did we know at the time that we would actually be using all of these benefits within about a 6-year period of time.
We had coverage set up from a previous agent, and Don helped us modify our plan to help us better. That modification allowed us to be where we are today.
Dr. Hay was 41 years old when we put this policy in place. Completely healthy, no issues whatsoever. The policy was put in place for tax-free retirement purposes. The first time he was able to utilize the benefits of his policy was when he was still healthy, and that was with the loan provision. He had accumulated enough money into his policy over the first few years that he was able to actually buy his office building. And that's one of the things that Shannon tells me all the time is she is so happy that she owns the building outright because it puts her in such a better position with the business and the practice as it is now. Life can be very unpredictable, and in this case, that actually proved to be true. Just a few years later, after we've put this policy in place, everything changed.
We had a time in February when we thought he had food poison. He needed to go get checked out. And the doctor called us back and told us to meet in his office, and that's when they told us they found a tumor. Within just a few days, we found out it was cancer. He had colorectal cancer.
I had went into his office that day,
and was just there to get adjusted, and it came up. He just mentioned to me that he had just been diagnosed. That's where the living benefits really come in. The fact that he had that critical illness rider, and when he was diagnosed with cancer, we were able to accelerate that death benefit and actually put over $600,000 worth of living benefit in his hand as peace of mind.
I asked him to stop working. Our main focus was him healing during that time. We were able to hire a chiropractor to come in the office. We were able to hire receptionists to take over and handle our finances at the office at the time. We weren't used to paying 2 salaries, and that money had to come from somewhere. And luckily, we were able to use the living benefits policy to do that.
One of the big benefits of the living benefit was actually giving him peace of mind on how he used the money.
We did a lot of research on natural cancer treatments. There were several alternative treatments that without the living benefits policy, we never would have been able to afford. We had a dream always of having a big barn building for the kids to play in. We got the barn finished on September 2nd. So September 18th, sometime during the night that night, he woke up and talked to me for the last time. That conversation that night let me know that we were at the end. As soon as I got up the next morning on the 19th, I called the kids and I said, "You need to come and you need to be prepared." I called Don, and he came right away.
As an agent, it's always hard when you lose a client. It really is. But this was even more so, just because he was such a good friend of mine. He has 6 kids. So that was huge, being able to walk in, hand them that check, not just condolences. The family was able to receive over $1 million worth of death benefit to continue his legacy into the future. It paid for their house. It paid for an entire farm, and they've built a barn in their home and everything on that farm. So just seeing them every day there and knowing what he was able to put in place, that legacy he was able to build, it's a wonderful thing.
Not every day's easy. Most days are hard. But we have a lot to be thankful for. We really have a lot to be thankful for. We were actually able to bury Kevin out here on the farm. We created our own graveyard cemetery, and we can see him anytime we want. It's just nice to have him close. The very best part of all this is that from this day forward, my kids are all taken care of. Their future is set. They have trust funds set up. They have life insurance policies set up with living benefits.
Dr. Hayes' case really shows the versatility of the IUL as an asset class. It was actually able to be what he needed to be when he needed it. While he was healthy, he was able to use the loan provisions in order to grow his business, as well as setting up a tax-free retirement plan for himself. When he did get sick, he was able to use the living benefit portion in order to keep his business running and give him peace of mind to have cash in hand in order to pay for medical expenses, things like that. And then when he did finally pass away, he was able to keep his business running for his family and also provide cash for the legacy to help move his family into the future.
I personally have my own living benefits policy now. I have one on each of my children at this point. You just don't know what tomorrow brings. And in those times, it's just awesome to know if something were to happen, I could pick up the phone and call Don and he'd be there with a check. We have the honor of him being our friend outside of just being our agent.
Just being there and able to serve them that way, it makes what I do every day the best thing in the world.
That's such a powerful video. I mean, we see them, and I mean, it's sad to see that, you know, something happened to somebody, and especially in Don's case, it happened to be somebody who was a friend, not just a client. And but it's also so heartwarming to see that these things work, that money is provided when the people need it. I have a case myself that one of my clients, and it was so powerful just to be able to give them some money when they needed it most. So it's, I mean, what we do is, I think is amazing. I mean, we help people. We try to have fun. That may not have seemed like a fun video, but we try to help people have fun, make money, and we lead by example. So, Don, good to see you, buddy. I can hardly wait to see you next week. And
Perfect.
everybody, have a great weekend. And those of you that can, come on out to our Wealth 101, and feel free to contact us. Any of our contact information's up there. And happy to have a conversation with you. If you can't make it to the Wealth 101, we can arrange something else, get that information to you. So everybody have a great weekend, and hopefully it'll snow on Wednesday so Don can experience some snow, and we'll have a great time. All right. Thank you. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Don. Have a great weekend.
All right, absolutely. Thank you.
Bye.